Hello everybody of the vinyl community, John here. I'm going to answer Richard McCook's 10 final questions. It's been a lovely peaceful morning and early afternoon here in this part of Wales. Just I sit down to make a video, people all sort of rush towards me and the dogs start running around. Isn't that just typical? It's the way it goes, I guess, sometimes. So anyway, first question that Richard asks: do you struggle to come up with video ideas? No, not really. If anything, I struggle to find time to make the videos that I'd like to make. Quickest and easiest, for me the most obvious, is to sort of do, updates, show my latest finds, that sort of thing. And I'm a little bit conscious that maybe I probably do too many of those and don't always have time to jump on threads or into contests or do anything that's a little bit deeper than that, because, well, yeah, it's the time, it's opportunities to have space around me to do it, where I haven't got kids milling about in the background, wives typing away on the computer, dogs yapping at my heels because they need to go out for a walk. So no, I don't struggle for ideas for videos. Number two, would I purchase subscribers if I could? No, definitely not. I don't do this to gain subscribers. I wouldn't ever want to find myself in a situation where I've got 0 subscribers. That would be a drag, because you kind of question, well, why am I doing this? However, I don't think I'd ever want to have so many subscribers that I couldn't, feasibly communicate with them and interact with them. So I've got plenty of subscribers. It's nice to get a few more now and again, that sort of thing, but it's not something I'm going to go and buy. Do you like to mention how much you paid for records? I do, particularly when I've got a particularly good deal. It always pains me to see sometimes people go out and they're kind of patting themselves on the back and they found a classic record, and they'll say, oh, and I only paid £50 for it. That I find that painful, because you don't need to pay that kind of price for records. If you hold out long enough, and if Lady Luck is on your side, occasionally you can turn up some really, really good, high quality classic records, and it just costs you the change you got in your pocket. I had a really good year like that last year. I found amongst others, I found 2 Groundhogs albums, just for, I think I paid about £3 or £4 each for them. And I wasn't out looking for them. I was just, in a car boot sale. They turned up and I grabbed them. And that was really, really nice to do. So I'm quite happy to shout about those occasions. I'm also of the social class, perhaps, or the generation where I don't like spending too much money on things unnecessarily so, and I would kind of have a little bit of a guilt complex if I spent, if I spent, let's say I spent over about £30 for a record, I'd feel guilty about it. It's just sort of built into me. So I'm never likely to ever buy a record at such a ridiculous price and above. I'm more likely to celebrate the times when I find something really, really, really cheap, and it's something that is quite good and desirable. And if I find, for instance, it's a particular value, then that's kind of cool. I might say, oh, I picked this up for a couple of quid and it's worth 200 or something like that. Are there genres you don't like and never show on your channel? Well, there are lots of genres that I don't like, but I think I probably show most things on my channel. There was a time when I didn't like soul, that kind of thing. So I didn't show anything like that. But then, conversation with friends, James Griffiths, and a few other people that influenced me, then I kind of started listening to that, and all of a sudden, I quite enjoyed some of it and started collecting it even a little bit. Same with jazz. I didn't know anything about jazz at one time, And then yeah, just encouragement and suggestions. I sort of found my way in, and there was a time when I showed pretty much only jazz records. I think I OD'd on that a little bit, but no, I can't think of anything that I don't show. I mean, I don't know anything about some genres like rap and things. I just don't know about it. So I generally don't show that type of thing unless there's a good reason to. I did a video about some what would you say, electronic dance and hip hop cassettes that somebody had given me, and that was quite fun to do. I learned a lot just by making the video. So there's always something to do, you know, in that way. You learn something just by making a video about it. Number 5, when watching other people's videos, do you ever flick forward till they show something of interest to me? I'm reading from my sort of shorthand here of questions. If it's a long video, if somebody has made a video and it's only 10 minutes now, then I'll just give them the benefit of the doubt and I'll keep on watching. But if it's something like an hour-long video and they're talking a long time, then I might think, oh, this isn't very interesting. Forward to something that piques my interest, I suppose. Thoughts on shorts? No, I know it's popular with shorts these days, I guess because of the rise of TikTok, but no, it's not something that I do. Occasionally I'll look at one or two of them, but they don't bring anything to me, they don't add anything to my pleasure. I certainly don't make them, got no need for that sort of thing. So I can take them or leave them, I guess. Do you use the community tab for polls? I'm not particularly very technical, so I don't even know what that means. It's probably something that everybody's very aware of and does regularly, but I don't, because I don't do that sort of stuff. I don't use a mobile phone or a smartphone. I have no use for such things. I have a laptop computer that I use, but I don't sort of get involved in sort of a lot of these things behind the scenes. Number 8. Is there anything about my vids that I don't like? Well, that's a good question. Yeah, you know, watching back, sometimes looking at old videos, you can feel a little bit self-critical, can't you? You know, you think, oh, well, I can do that very well, or I could have done this a bit better. And I'm often in a hurry to do something while I've got the opportunity and time. So maybe I don't pay as much attention as I could to lighting or that sort of stuff. I just want to get the video done and out so I can, you know, release it. A good example, a few months ago, I was forced to use my laptop to record videos, and I keep a sticky piece of sticker over the camera because, well, I don't trust these things, and I don't like to think that someone's spying on me while I'm using my computer, so I put a sticky thing. And the sad thing about that is you get sort of glue residue over your camera. So I've got a few videos that are a bit hard to see because they're being filmed through glue residue. So it's things like that that I'll do, and I'll do in a hurry, and I think, well, that will do, it doesn't really matter. I've only got an hour, I've got to do this, and I'll try and get it done and finished before family rushes back and I don't have quiet space to do this video. So yeah, that's a little bit of something that I don't always like. There's some videos I just try not to watch because I think, oh dear, that was so badly done. There you go. Like for instance here, somebody else, they would reshoot this again because there's a dog barking in the background. I just don't have that time, because if I was to redo this again, stop everything and start again, all of a sudden a wave of family will come at me and all want something, and the wife will be nagging, cut the lawn, or all this sort of stuff like that. So yeah, I'm a little bit sloppy like that. Is there anything about other people's videos that I don't like? I generally only watch the ones that I do like. If there's one thing that bothers me most about some people's videos, and it's a large part of why I might stop watching that channel, is when they go on and on about liking and subscribing. That really buggers me. I've spoken about this before when with these different questions that Richard's asked. You know, it's the vinyl community, it's music interest, records, collecting. I'm not here to hear about people collecting subscribers. I'm not here to worry about, you know, oh, so and so's got a push for 50 subs or 200 subs or whatever. I don't want to hear about that. I'd much rather just hear people talk about their music, the records they've collected, the passion for what it is they're doing, you know, that sort of thing. So that's something that I don't like about other people's channels sometimes. Last question, number 10. If you were to stop making videos, would I shut down my channel, keep the videos live, or make the videos private? That's a good question. I think I'd probably just keep them alive. What contributes, isn't it, to sort of the vast body of information out there. So, and I must admit, there are people that have stopped making videos years ago, and I'll quite happily watch their videos because they're interesting. So I'd like to think that maybe there are people out there that would like to watch my videos, even though maybe I've stopped making them. But I don't plan to. I'm going to be around for a few years yet, at least. Okay, well, thank you very much, everybody. Thanks very much, Richard, for the last 10 questions. Very interesting ideas you got here. I do know that Simon Dale and his Hunt for the Vinyl Grail has published a list of 20 alternative questions, and they were quite fun. I thought that they were quite interesting, so I might actually make a video and answer those too in another video. Alright, thanks very much, everybody. Check out my next video. Bye.